I'm back and I'm ready to have a little discussion. Now, before we get into it, please do not come for me. These are my opinions. I'm not judging anybody. I just talk about what I've learned and just things that I've experienced. And yeah, so let's get into it. I want to talk about when you say marriage is just a piece of paper, you're saying a mouthful without realizing that you're saying a mouthful. And you're also kind of disrespecting yourself. You're kind of disrespecting your partner when you say marriage is just a piece of paper. It's because you're basically saying you don't have any long-term goals for the relationship. You don't have any long-term requirements for the relationship. And I feel like that's where a lot of people get disrespected at, because there's a lack of boundaries. There's a lack of knowing where you both are going when you say marriage is just a piece of paper. It kind of is like you just say so much without realizing it, and we'll get into it. Now, I used to say the same exact thing, and I didn't realize that it comes from a fear-based mindset. When you say marriage is just a piece of paper, somewhere in between the lines or whatever, there's a fear. Now, as for me, what I didn't realize at the time is that my fear is that this person was never going to ask me to be their wife. Why? Because they were not marriage material. And I knew that subconsciously, but it was like I wanted to be with them. So it didn't matter at the time. I was cool with it. But it was like the people who I were dating were not marriage material. They didn't show me anything that said that they wanted to be a husband. They didn't do anything that made me feel like, oh, they want me to be their wife. You know, and in between there, it was like, I knew, but it was like, at the time, it was like, marriage is just a piece of paper, so whatever, and it comes from a fear-based mindset. And it comes from an unconscious mindset also. Because there's nobody on earth who can tell me that if you're so in love with somebody, this is the person that you want to be with. This is the only person that you see a future with, that you wouldn't want them to be your spouse. There's no way possible. And it's kind of like, if you're not dating to marry, what are you dating for? What is the end goal for the relationship? It's just like, I feel like people need to kind of dig a little bit deeper when it comes to relationships. Just don't settle for the first thing that just comes by. Actually kind of like get to know that person, really dig in deep. And I just feel like it has come to a point where people think that baby mamas and baby daddies hold that weight of a husband and a wife, and it really doesn't. I don't want to bash baby mamas, and I'm really not bashing them. It's just something that I see. I just feel like baby mamas think that once you have this man's baby, it's like they belong to you. In their minds, they think that that man belongs to them, when really they don't. He's not saying, I'm responsible for you, I'm committed to you, I'm in love with you. He's not saying none of the above when he signs that birth certificate. But somewhere in these baby's mama's mind, it's kind of like the baby has become the contract. And I'm sorry, but no. And also for men too, because I feel like men also have this thing where, oh, that's my baby mama, that's mine, when really, no. And the women kind of let them have that mindset, because they also kind of have it too. It's something that I feel like baby mamas and baby daddies need a break. It's like, I'm cool with being your baby mama because we share something forever. It's like, I got a piece of you forever. And that's kind of sad if you really like think about it, and it's come to a point where women don't even realize that the men are just there because they have to be, or just so they won't have to have such a big hassle to see their kid or be on child support. And it's kind of sad. But women kind of let them do it, It's like, you let this man impregnate you, and then a few months later, you guys aren't even together. The baby's only like a few months old. And it's really sad because I see it a lot on TikTok. A lot of single moms. And I just really wish that women took the time to get to know these men and require them to be more than just their baby daddy, and it's like, what's crazy to me is that people will be like, Getting married to a person after only know them for 1 year is crazy. Getting married to somebody after only knowing them for 6 months is crazy. But y'all get pregnant by these people less than 3 months in the relationship. That's not crazy to you? That's beyond me. I don't really get how you guys can have a baby within 3 to 6 months, but you won't marry someone. You need to require more from these men. Don't keep telling these men, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper. No, this ain't no hangout session. And if you're really gonna say marriage is just a piece of paper, don't get upset when this man finds somebody else to have sex with. Don't get upset when this man finds somebody else to give his attention to. Don't get upset when that man has another baby with someone else. Why? Because you said marriage is just a piece of paper. You don't require him to be committed to just you and only you. You said marriage is just a piece of paper, right? And what's crazy is also you baby mamas get so upset, like, and then start to take away like their rights to see their kid. Oh, you don't want to be with me. You're not going to see your kid, blah, blah, blah. But you should have thought about that. You need to understand that when that man signed that birth certificate, he said he's responsible for the child. He's committed to the child. He wants to be in the child's life. He did not say he's responsible for you. He wants to be committed to you and that he's in love with you. And what's really sad also is that y'all sit next to these men who say, y'all sit next to these men and you got the nerve to ask him, if we didn't have this baby, would we be together? And 99%, no, let me say not 99, 90% of the time, what always comes out these men's mouth is, oh, I'm just here because we have a baby together. Basically, what I heard in my mind is that he's here because he has to be. He don't want to be on child support. He don't want to argue with you every time he got to see his kid. What I hear is that the kid is his world. He is not saying that he's with you because he loves you. He wants to be with you. He sees you as his one. And y'all just sit there all smiling. No, smack him upside the face. No, I'm sorry. That was my toxic side. Get up and be like, oh, okay. Now I got my answer. I feel like we just need a co-parent. Because if a man says that, where are you going? Where is the relationship going? Down the drain, if you ask me. Turn on the garbage disposal. You feel me? Get rid of him. Go find your husband. Go find somebody who really, really, really is going to worship you and make you a wife, and not just somebody who he just comes to your house, has sex with you whenever he feels like it, gives you the bare minimum, see the little baby, pick him up, whatever the heck, you know? Get you a man who says that he wants to be responsible for you, that he wants to be committed to you. Stop saying that marriage is just a piece of paper. And it's so sad to me that mostly women are saying this. I kind of really don't see men saying that anymore. It's mostly women. But it's like, y'all gotta stop letting these men damage you. Because really, a man cannot damage you. You make that choice whether you want to dwell in his hurt that he gave to you or if you want to rise from it. No man can really damage you. A man can only do what you allow him to do. And I'm sorry if I'm just speaking to women, but just like I said, it's mostly women that I see doing this or hear women saying this. And like I said, I used to say this, so I understand why you guys feel that way. And it's just kind of like, I'm not really pressed about it or whatever. And you kind of like make up excuses. Oh, that's old school, blah, blah, blah. But for real, marriage is beautiful. If you really, really, really think about it. That man is saying he's responsible for you. If, God forbid, if something happens to you, that man can make decisions for you who has your best interest. You know, you're saying that I trust you with my life, you know? And honestly, there is men out here who will propose to you and want to make you a wife and who wants to treat you correctly. You know, you attract what you are. And as harsh as it may sound, you know, sometimes if you keep attracting trash men, maybe take a look within yourself, you know, because honestly, that baby mama and that baby daddy title don't hold weight. It holds no weight, really. I'm sorry, but y'all would hate to run into a woman like me if I was single. Because if you really told me, oh, you messing with my baby daddy? Yes, I am. He's a great guy. Because you think I'm gonna care? And if you want to say, oh, that's not your man, that's my baby daddy, I don't care about no text messages. I don't care about no sweet talk. Show me something that says that he's yours. Show me a piece of paper, babe. Because until you do,
that's mine. And I'm going to stick beside him.
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm going to stick beside him.
now don't get me messed up. I'm not saying I'm willing to be a side B. I'm not saying that I'm willing to be with a man who's involved with somebody else. What I'm saying is that if I was in the field like that, I'm not coming off your baby daddy just because y'all two share a baby. Now, if y'all shared a marriage contract or something that says that y'all are moving in the direction of marriage, or you have something that symbolizes that you're moving in the direction of marriage, then I'll come up off your baby daddy. But you ain't got to worry about me because I don't date men with kids, because y'all women be weak. Y'all ready to fight the female when you need to be healing and being a better mom to that baby. Putting all that energy that you put into that man, put it into the baby. So you ain't got to worry about me being with your baby daddy. And it's just like, you got to attract the type of man who wants to be a husband. And y'all can't keep on trying to fight these women all the time who get involved with your baby daddy or get involved with the person that you love, because they really don't owe you no loyalty. You need to look at the person who you sleep next to, who you tell all your deepest secrets to. Is this really somebody that I want to have in my future or in my energy? And look what they're doing to you. You came out your way to literally tell me to stop messing with your baby daddy. I got you that bothered, babe. I'm telling you, you would hate to run into a woman with like me, because I don't care. If the man is yours legally, babe, y'all hanging out. Y'all hanging out. And y'all keep letting these men in y'all's houses. Y'all be moving in within like 6 months. And then it's like, by the year, you're already in your toxic. Ain't no more peace into that relationship. That whole 6 months that y'all moving in, having sex, having these babies, you really could have got to know that man. Like I said, y'all think that it's so crazy to get married within 7 months or to a year, but it's not crazy to have a baby with somebody that you barely know. That's crazy to me. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And don't be coming on here and say, well, I don't really know him in 7 months. That's why you need to take your time out, ask this man questions, let him show you who he is. And sometimes us women be having on these glasses. No, take them off. Take them off. And honestly, I feel like it comes with age also, because when you're in your 20s, it's kind of like you're kind of blind. But as you get older, it's like you start to see, you know what I mean? And I just feel like, if you feel like I'm bashing you, or if you feel like I'm coming for you, I'm really not, because experience comes with age and comes with life lessons and everything, you know, and everybody's on a different journey. I'm just trying to like let you see something, let you, you know, think about something. If this is how you are, if you think, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper, you know, don't get mad at these men when they don't pay bills into your house because you don't require them to until you're upset. Oh, it's all good when y'all on good terms, but when y'all on bad terms, oh, get out of my house, you don't do nothing, you're a bum. But you let him be a bum when you're on good terms with him. You let him not pay bills when you're on good terms with him. Get you a man that has the mindset of being a husband. Get you somebody who wants to be responsible for a household. Okay? Don't sit up here and say, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper, and then get mad at him when he doesn't act like a husband. Vice versa. You say, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper, but you get upset when she don't act like a wife. She out with her homegirls doing her. Well, you said marriage is just a piece of paper, babe, so what we doing? You know, it's kind of like y'all saying, oh, I'm willing to hang out with you as long as you're willing to hang out with me. No, y'all roommates basically, kind of, sort of. It's like us women sometimes let these men get away with everything. And you really gotta like take a moment and really get to know yourself. Have a relationship with yourself so you can actually know what you want. And what's so crazy is that love is just such a strong emotion, is that sometimes a woman will work herself up to where she has so much self-love. She knows what she wants, but sometimes you encounter these men, and I feel like it's a test from God to really see, are you ready for the person that you're wanting? Are you ready for your husband? Because I feel like before your husband comes in, there's always that one distraction that wants to throw you off your path, and then boom, you're back into like, oh man, I did that again. You know, I worked myself up. You beat me down. But really, it's like we cannot never blame anybody for hurting you, kind of, sort of. Because I feel like we have the choice to walk away, but sometimes we don't, because we love that person. We want to be with that person. But if you're ever feeling that way, ask yourself, does this person have the mindset of being a husband? Does he show you anything that says he wants to be a husband? Does she have the mindset of being a wife? Does she show you anything that says that she wants to be a wife? And also men, stop letting these women kind of like brainwash you into thinking that you have to be theirs, or you have to lie to them to see your kid, or you have to lead them on to see your kid. Because you can speak up too and be like, hey, this ain't something I want to be doing. You know, I don't want to be with you, but I want to be in a child's life. But also, you should have thought about that before you lay down and had that baby. I just feel like y'all have to really think about your actions in the moment, because the babies is suffering. There's so many like single moms, and there's nothing wrong with being a single mom, but it's just like the kids suffer most of the time from you guys not like thinking of life deeply, not thinking of relationships deeply. Stop playing house and really don't play with yourself at all. Okay, in 2024 we ain't going for it. We ain't going for the fake playhouse, the fake relationships, the fake, oh, I'm really down with you, blah 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 blah. We not falling for it. Really, we ain't. We wives and husbands all 2024. If you want to stay in the mindset of marriage is just a piece of paper, well, baby, you gonna keep on chasing men and getting into different relationships. And I'm sorry, but that whole toxic era is over with. That shit is, that is trash. Throw it in the trash. Basurda. I think that's how you say it in Spanish. Put it in the trash, for real. Stop playing with yourself this year, ladies. Stop playing with yourself this year, men. Got these women over here putting y'all on child support, beating up y'all's supposedly in a relationship people. I don't really even know. I'm just over it. I'm tired of seeing it. Stand on business. Require these men to be something. Require these men to be a vital person into your life instead of someone just to pass time with. So that's all I really wanted to say, because I'm over it. I'm ready for people to stand on business and get the love that they desire and the love that they deserve. So thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm not bashing anybody. These are just my thoughts. And yeah, bye.